Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the latest episode of Rick and Morty, the ABCs of Beth. And this was another good episode of Rick and Morty. And this time it delves more into Beth and Rick and kind of figuring out their relationship while having a good side story of Morty, Summer, and Jerry and his new girlfriend, Kiara. So, we start off the episode and we hear on TV this one dude is going to be executed by lethal injection for eating his son. And of course, Beth reminisces about that, about like her best friend and Tommy and Summer pretty much giving her shit about it. It's like, oh yeah, because Beth's like, it was a trauma. It's like, we get traumatized for breakfast and everything. And of course she's like, yeah, you made up this whole world, Fruity Land, and to kind of deal with it. And of course, Rick's pretty much like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna use this bubble gun and send him off to Jerry's because they were supposed to go off to Jerry's anyway, but they're like, he doesn't get up till sundown and everything. Well, tough. We can't breathe in this thing. And then they're like shoved out the door. And of course, Rick's getting on him. We're like, hey, listen, I didn't build that thing for you just for you to shit on it creatively and everything. It's like, what are you talking about? And then, of course, Rick shows her Fruity Land. He's like, oh my god, you made this for me to just, like, push me off to something. Because he's, like, talking about, like, the quantum tesseract and everything, like, making it, while he's taking it out of the box of stuff that he's got, opens it up, and she's like, oh, no, I'm the worst creator. And she's like, I could have drowned here. I could have fallen to my death. And then he, like, falls off the cliff. He's like, oh, I made it bouncy. What a malevolent creator I am. Oh, look, this is hurting. I'm drowning. I made the water breathable. She's like, that still doesn't change the fact that this is a pretty kind of shitty thing to do. And, of course, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm a completely shitty father and everything. And then this thing comes in and grabs his arm and says, oh, God, this hurts. What the fuck? It's like, oh, yeah, great. You're doing a great job. You're very convincing. He's like, Beth, help me. And he gets dragged off. And as we're going through, he's like, shit, what the hell? And he gets dropped into this nest. He's, what the fuck's going on with this shit? He gets his one arm ripped off after he's like shot and killed the rest of the birds. And then he puts on a new cybernetic one. And then the mama bird comes down and he shoots it, takes a core, and they figure out that it has part human DNA in it. And they had pretty much gone in there to see if Tommy was in there, that Beth had like left him in there. And of course, Beth had come and found him at this point. It's like, oh, okay, there's some human DNA in here. Let's see. He would have starved to death in here, but evidently he had sex with the Fruity Land animals. They gave birth to things, and he's probably been surviving by cannibalizing them. And the ease of which they had came up with this was just fucking hilarious, because it's like, okay, we pretty much solved this stuff, and then it's just the rest of the episode making fun of that fact. It's like, oh, so he does incest and screws animals with his own DNA and eats it and cannibalizes it to stay alive. And it's like, yeah, but he probably has like some either not appetizing ones to kind of like keep him company or whatnot. And then of course he gets surrounded by these fucked up weird ass creatures that are pretty much like the Cronenberg monsters, but they actually have some kind of intelligence since he's been fucking artificial, intelligent kind of Fruity Land things and having them have birth and make weird hybrid babies. So, of course, they get taken to King Tommy because they've even figured out that he'd probably be put on God level with these things. And, like, just take us to him, just take us to him. And he's like, oh, yes, welcome. And evidently in his mind, that pushed him into the honey. He even does this shitty play, and seeing Beth and Rick just make fun of it was just hilarious. Like, oh yeah, this is great production here. So great. And just seeing them kind of like act out what's going on and seeing this like baby thing like have no concept of humping and just like touching. Oh, here's a rock. I will hump the rock. Here's the tree. I will hump this tree. Oh, here's this thing. I will hump it. And here's my child. Hey, I'm gonna eat some make some dinner or whatnot. And then of course you see him like bang it out and have a baby. Like, oh, dinner and all that. It's like, oh god. And of course they kind of escape because Rick's like, I'm into this, and they kind of leave. And of course Beth is like, dude, you don't care about this. It's like, do you think I maybe made Fruity Land because I wanted to contain you? Because I got tired of well, cloning the kids that you had had accidents with, and talking about why she would kill Tommy, being like, well, maybe I was jealous of the happy life that he had with his family. Possibly. It's like, oh God, she could have that kind of psychotic stuff. And he's like, oh, really? You don't think it's like your kind of issue? Because he then pulls out all these things and this box of stuff that he had asked her as a kid to make for her. Let's see. Ray guns, whip that forces people to like you, invisibility cups, an actual parent trap that looked like a bear trap, a lightning gun, a teddy bear with anatomically correct innards, and let's see, night vision googly eye goggles, sound erasing sneakers, false fingerprints, fall asleep darts, lie detecting doll, indestructible baseball bat, which, if you gotta admit, a kid that's figured out, like, I want an indestructible baseball bat, they know what they're doing, and they're gonna get into some shit. A taser shaped like a ladybug, a fake police badge, a location tracking stickers, rainbow colored duct tape, mind control hair clips, poison gum, and a pink sentient switchblade that he then flips on and starts talking to her like, oh, Beth, hi, I haven't seen you in a while. You sure gotten taller. It's like, oh, sweet Jesus. And Beth's like, what if that's just something that I wanted to spend more time with you and all that? Like, fine, whatever. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to go and try and save Tommy. And, of course, that doesn't work out so well. Because, as we'd seen in the beginning of the episode, Rick's like, oh, yeah, like I'm going to apologize for this kind of stuff. I didn't do anything wrong. And then, of course, Beth goes into there, and Tommy, of course, believes wholeheartedly that Beth pushed him into the honey. Like, I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do. It doesn't matter. It's like, oh, shit, I am like my father. And she just starts, like, going and murdering everything. And she's like, oh, yeah, I am like my dad. And just starts beating everything. And I'm pretty sure she killed Tommy because she comes out and she's like, how much do you need to make a clone? And, of course, she's got a finger, and they kind of bond over making the clone. Because she'd come back, and Rick was, like, making this song about doo-doo and butts and all that, and we hear that song going over it as they grow a new Tommy and are able to stop the execution of the father. It's like, oh, shit. Okay, that kind of worked out. It's like, listen, nothing really matters in the universe. We're two smart people, okay? Yeah, you kind of like the things that you like. You kind of like watching The Bachelor and all that kind of stuff and that reality TV and your kids and all that, but the universe bucks you off. It's just about, like, if you're going to ride it out. And he pretty much gives her this opportunity. Like, listen, if you want to go, do whatever, figure out who you are, because her figuring out that she was like Rick pretty much him, like, oh, I'm smarter than people, I know these things to do, and kind of screw it, almost to a degree, though she had been trying to be like regular people. And Rick's like, you know what, I've known all this stuff for a while, maybe I don't care as much, or maybe this is me showing you that I care. I can make a clone that can pretty much take care of Summer and Morty. Just make your decision. You can either do one or the other, and seeing her kind of like go up to the fridge and say that she's made her decision. It's like, it's interesting because we've gotten to a point in the episode where like they're like arguing and everything. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a bad father. Yeah, I completely own that. You need to own up to what you have as well. And we see her doing that at the end of the episode because she didn't want to admit that she was wrong. She pretty much tactically destroyed this person that had become insane fucking artificial life forms and consuming his own DNA as cannibalism to survive the grand fucked up situation, but it kind of became fucked up. And of course, she didn't want to let go of the fact that, listen, I'm pretty sure I didn't push you in the honey. Fuck you. Fuck this. You want to send your little shit things against me? Fuck you. Which is a big Rick thing to do. And just seeing kind of Beth come to terms with that and see what kind of repercussions that'll have. Because she said she'd made a decision, but we aren't quite sure how it pans out at the end. So, we also get to see that Summer and Morty go to Jerry's and he's using telekinetic powers and had a new girlfriend, Kiara, who is this one alien species talking about soul bonding and is on the planet to hunt these certain kind of creatures. And, of course, it's kind of like her whole motif. All she does is hunt. So, like, alright, let's go to this restaurant and everything. And, of course, Morty knows more about this alien species than Jerry does, because he had used this as an intergalactic dating site that Rick had mentioned. So, of course, they're talking about that as she's going and killing one of the creatures and fighting him, which is a pretty cool fight scene going on in the background. And he's like, listen, soul bonding is a big, big thing. You don't really want to do this. And they're kind of hitting it. It's like, listen, this is Rebound. Don't get this serious. Yeah, you're trying to one-up Mom pretty much. And like, sure, all this. And yeah. And when we see Jerry pretty much trying to convince herself, yeah, she's pretty hot. She's got like 3 boobs and all that, even though she's blue and has an acorn-shaped head and everything. And I'm like, listen, you really need to get out of this. And of course, they go off on a hunt and they're like fighting these things in this cave. And it's like, yeah, we celebrated by hunting. Okay. This sucks. And of course, we see Morty and Summer fighting because Morty has kind of more of a tactical. He's like, listen, I don't know what we need to do. We need to like stab them in the heart or something. Like, oh, yeah, perfect. We know that they regenerate. You know how to kill these things? I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. And they're just so tired and everything. And they kind of get home. And they're like, listen, Dad, you need to get out of this. You need to break up with her. And he's like, I need you guys to help me. I'm like, listen, you just got to admit that you're a racist, sexist, and that you're stupid. And he does to them. He's like, all right then, good. Garden, figure out the mess on your own. And of course, what does Jerry do? He fucks it up. Because they're in school and everything, and he has to pull them out. He's like, yeah, I told Kiara that you guys were the racists, and she wants to kill you both. And they're pretty much running on trying to get away and everything, and she's pretty much trying to kill him to be with Jerry. And of course, they get back to the cave where they were murdering the creatures, and they're like, listen, we're just here to make more of us, reproduce and all that. Like, listen, we're not here to kill you. And then, of course, she comes down, and Jerry tries to do his moment and say that it's him, that he wants to break up with her. And he's like, if you want to kill anybody, kill me. I want to break up with you. And then, of course, we find out that Kiara was on a rebound because we find out that she came to Earth pretty much rub it in her boyfriend's face. And, of course, they're kind of having a fight, so they run out and they're okay. And it's like, oh, jeez. So, of course, Summer and Morty come home, and we see Beth, and we're like, oh, how are you guys? And Beth seems a little bit off, but I don't know if she chose to go off. I would believe that to kind of further her character arc that she would choose to do that. But I only say that because of how off the scene is. And, of course, they're talking about, hey, we have anything to do? I don't know, let's try pizza. Oh, God, they're closed. So, of course, what does Rick do? Get more control, be the dude, portal guns over. He's like, yeah, I just went to a dimension where, no daylight savings time. Yeah, I didn't pay for these. I just took these off the counter. And that's where it ends. And it's like, okay, what's going to be happening with Beth and everything, and how's that going to affect kind of like the ending of the season? And then, of course, we get a really cool end credit scene where we see Jerry's message machine. And, of course, we get a message from Kiara because evidently he had been sending sex to her. And she's like, if you get any phone calls from my boyfriend, just ignore them. And then, of course, we get a call from the boyfriend, and he's like, it's like, yeah, I'm coming to kill you. And then we flip over to the next message. It's Rick. He's like, Jerry, I killed that alien that was after you. All right? So don't worry about that. And then we get another phone call. He's like, Jerry, I fucked your ex-girlfriend. Okay, and then we hear Kiara in the background. Like, hey, who are you talking to? Nothing. No, not important. Never mind. And then we get a call from the antique phone rentals. He's like, I'm letting you off hook for the $70 late fee, and you can keep the answering machine because it's rarely used except in expositions on TV shows. And it was just really funny kind of just end way to end the episode. And I really like this episode for exploring both Beth and Jerry and doing it in ways that kind of make fun of conventions, but also kind of further the character developments of both characters. Seeing that Beth recognizes that she is Rick. Now, granted, she's kind of a different kind of Rick because I do believe that she does care for Summer and Morty and shows it a little bit more readily than Rick. Whereas Rick pretty much attempts to fight those feelings, or they kind of like take a kind of like weird bent, and he's like, oh, I'm doing something really nice for these people. They are not understanding it, and he just can't reconcile those like contexts, like with the Fruity Land and taking everybody on adventures and doing all these kind of things. And it's kind of cool to see that. And then also Jerry actually owning up to his shit. Now granted, we need to see how long that'll take for him to actually own up to his shit and actually fucking change, but we'll have to see if that happens. So, those are my opinions on the episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.